Welcome friends, today we are going to spatchcock or butterfly some chickens, and I'm going to show you a couple of different ways, and I'm not going to use scissors or poultry shears right off the bat. I'm going to save that for later. I'm going to show you a couple ways to do it with a knife that I think are easier than scissors. Now, an old school butcher taught me this first method, and it's pretty simple, and I think it's the best way. You look at your chicken, and there's naturally a seam here that you can feel up under the rib cage, between the rib cage and the thigh. So you take your knife and you just follow down through there. And you do the same thing on both sides. Then you just cut through the backbone, and that leaves you with your leg half. And then inside the breast cavity, you'll see just a tiny little bit of the backbone and some of the ribs. Take your knife and you just cut that out. And so even with a super cheap knife like this one, I mean, the guy over on the Perfection channel would look at this knife and say, come on, Glenn, what are you doing? Why are you using such a cheap ass knife? It's not very expensive. It's something that you get at, like, you know, one of those really discount stores. And it's not even sharp, but it cuts through this bone really easily. So you're left with this little piece of bone. Stick that in the freezer, save them up, make chicken stock. Now, you just make a tiny little tick in the breastbone, and this lays flat. And so that's my preferred method. You end up with two separate pieces of chicken. And the reason I think this is the best way to do it is because neither of these cook at the same rate. This is going to cook way faster. This is going to cook slower or take longer. And if you're grilling, having them separate but with the bone in the middle like this allows you to move it around on the grill really easily and take care of the chicken as it's cooking so you don't overcook part while you undercook another part. So that is my preferred method. Really easy to do with a knife. Now here's the method that you're going to see all over the internet. And that is, you take your chicken, you turn it upside down, and you take your poultry shears and you just cut down each side of the backbone. Once you get to one side, you flip it around. Just makes it easier depending on if you're right or left-handed. And you just snip down the other side of the backbone. Keep your fingers out of the way. You don't want to snip your fingers off at the same time. Now, if you have expensive poultry shears, like these are actual poultry shears for this job, it's really easy. If you're grabbing craft scissors from the craft room, it could be a little bit more difficult, but it's still not going to be that bad. Now, you still need to take a knife and you make just a little notch at the top of the breastplate, turn it over, and press it down. And there you've got a spatchcocked chicken, or butterfly chicken. Now, a lot of people like this because it's one piece and they can move it around a little bit easier and they're not dealing with two pieces. And this is fine, perfectly acceptable. Now, just to show you that you don't need anything special in order to do this and you can do it at home really easily, I'm going to take this paring knife. This is a cheap, discount, unsharpened paring knife. I'm just going to stand the chicken up like this. Here is the backbone right there. You just take your paring knife, you go right on the edge of the tail, dig your knife in, and just go right down. Now, you've got it open, which is what you want to have happen. So, same sort of thing, you just notch right there at the edge of the breastbone, turn it over, press down, and you have butterflied your chicken. Now, the spine is still there. And if you want to, you can take the spine out and just use your paring knife, cut in like that, and then just cut through. Comes right out. And so there you go, 3 easy ways to spatchcock a chicken. You don't need an expensive knife. You can do it with a paring knife. You can do it with any knife that's in your knife block. You could do it with scissors if you want. You can do it so that they're separated and easier to cook, or you could do them that they're all in one piece and easier to flip. I hope this helps you in your grilling season. Thanks for stopping by. See you again soon.